run. So these are the basics that we do.
And how do you do that distribution? Is it through schools? Is it through communities?
Yeah, sometimes we do it through schools, sometimes we do it through community heads, sometimes we do it on our own. We go out there, you know, even to marketplaces where we find more women and girls. We also go out there, talk to them while they are selling their goods, because of course they want to focus on their business. So, but we just take a bit of their time, talk to them, and then go ahead to give them the products. Yeah.
And how many lives have you
over 10,000 as of today, over 10,000 and counting. We've distributed over 120,000 sanitary pads as of today and counting.
Fantastic. That's amazing. So the next question I want to ask is, obviously, what have some of the challenges been running a not-for-profit that you have found, particularly in the Nigerian context?
Oh, wow, there are quite a number. I mean, starting with resource availability. At the end of the day, you can only do as much as you can. I remember one of our outreach programs where we went to Cross River State, Calabar, and we started sharing. The queue started from
I can imagine
from the front of the market all the way to the roundabout. We had over 1,000 girls on that queue, you know, waiting in line to get products. And I looked at them, I saw the gratitude in their eyes, I saw how much they needed it. I realized that sharing 2,000, sharing 5,000, sharing 10,000 might not really cut it. There's more to be done. So going out there to engage, create partnerships for funding is one of the things that we're doing to solve that problem. Also, there are sentiments and also restrictions when you get to communities. Some elders want to understand what you're trying to do, hope you're not coming to tell their wives not to treat them well, or, you know, there's so many sentiments and would I call it misunderstandings that come true when we go out there. So those kinds of misunderstandings also, you know, it puts us in a place where we try to break in. But like I said, creating partnerships again with the leaders of the community, engaging them ahead of any engagement and distribution has helped us. We continue to innovate too. So aside going into communities, we also send out materials online so that it gets to the girl wherever they are, in as much as they have a mobile phone to look at.
That's awesome. That's awesome. So can you share with me some transformational journey with any of your beneficiaries? What are you one of the things you're most proud of? You can share as much as you want.
Okay, I like it when I join the team to do the distributions and talk to the girls. It's so lifting, I must say that. And I remember during one of our outreach programs, I met a girl at home, Shade, her name. I asked her why she was not in school, and she was brave enough, because that's the word, to tell me she missed school because she's on her period, she's in pain, but more importantly, she does not have pads, you know, to you know, to put herself in that comfortable position to be in class like every other person. And then I took a good look at Shade and said, what can we do for Shade? If Shade is serious, if she's a serious student, then let's see how we can give her pad for 3 months ahead. Let her have the pads. You know, we put her on the program, gave her pads for 3 months, and Shade stayed in school all through 3 months. Shade is doing so well. Awesome. Back to school, regular in classes, and that gives me joy. Yeah.
That's awesome. What do you think, I'm curious to know, Christy, what do you think is the long-term solution to helping people who can't afford to have those hygienic products, to have them in homes? I mean, how can we as, you know, the government or community do more? Because, you know, you're one person, and I'm sure there are many other people doing stuff to help, but this is a country of, you know, over 250 million people.
Correct.
With at least half of them being girls, women. What is the long-term solution to, you know, to helping that situation, you think?
Okay, for starters, at Foundation de Christi, like I said, distributing products is one part of it. Creating awareness is another part of it. Educating the girls is so important. That cannot be left to chance. But getting in other collaborators is also too important not to be left to chance. So thinking long term, I see Foundation de Christi initiating bills to the National Assembly
Right.
Getting their attention to make them understand and realize that the girls need to be supported. You know, you go to bathrooms abroad and you see sanitary pads already in place, like tissue. It's also one of the things you find in the bathroom. So restaurants and public places should make products available. It should not be for sale at those points. And aside that, you know, for companies that are also into production,
I recommend it.
Do you feel terrified when speaking before a group? Are you stressed when asked to present? Do you bore people when speaking? Are you stuck with reading word for word? How do you give a speech with polish? Learn how at the School of Eloquence,
the home of public speaking. Attend our practical coaching in public speaking. Call 0802 303 2066 or log on to schoolofeloquence.org.
School of Eloquence, teaching the world to speak.
Champions of Change. Paying it forward. Join us and be part of the movement. Here on the Achievement Channel.
Welcome back to Champions of Change. I've been talking to Christine today about her wonderful work that she does with her foundation, Foundation de Christie, helping young girls who do not have access to sanitary hygiene and well-being and get there and build their confidence in that way. So Christine, thank you so much for all the work that you're doing. What I wanted to ask you is, obviously you are into real estate. You have a real estate management company, and you also spearhead your foundation. So as a woman wearing multiple hats, how do you balance that?
Oh, Pam, thank you. Well, for me, I don't think it's about balancing. I think it's about alignment. I have learned over the years to align my purpose across various spheres. And I have a solid team behind me. They understand the mission. They believe also in the mission. So over the years, we have learned to delegate correctly. We have learned to delegate with clarity and strategically. I think the work we're doing as a team is making me succeed, not just on my own. Working via a structure, working via systems is making me succeed. So it's not just about balancing. In fact, it's no longer about balancing for me. It's about alignment. Yeah.
Fantastic, fantastic. And do you find that your work in the real estate has given you a breadth of experience that has lended itself into the foundation work?
Oh yes, to a very, very large extent. It has prepared me to a very large extent because I understand how to engage people. I understand how to relate. I understand how to run systems. I understand how to operate a business. So a foundation is a business at the end of the day. You know, you want to come in with your full self into the room. You don't want to leave anything to chance. The ideas, the concepts that will make you win. That has made me grounded.
Yeah, and obviously the whole idea of the foundation is to reach so many people. So your remit is to reach 10 million girls,
That's
which is
correct.
a lofty ambition, but it can definitely be done.
Yes, it's achievable. One step at a time. Rome was not built in a day.
Absolutely.
So we have started and the journey continues. So
Yes.
I see us doing it with the systems we are putting in place, with the structures we are putting in place, with the partnerships that we are creating across communities, you know, talking to supporters across the globe. Just a few days ago was World Menstrual Hygiene Day. That's May 28th. We participated. We were recognized as official partners with the menstrual hygiene body connected to the UN. So we were recognized, and we went ahead to educate girls on that day, distribute material. So with the partnerships that we are building, we think we can do this.
Fantastic. And how do you think in this current age technology can help you drive that?
Oh, a lot. You know, starting with having a website. It's as simple as people knowing who to talk to when it matters. Other people might just go onto the streets, you know, to distribute pads. But do they really have a vision? Do they really have a purpose, you know, as far as menstrual hygiene is concerned. So one of the things technology is helping us do is reach more people that want to support the cause. That's one of the things technology is helping us to do. It's also helping us to create surveys or conduct surveys that enables us rather to know where to go first, you know, who to talk to, who to relate with in terms of engaging communities, you know. So there's a lot technology is doing for us. It's helping us to keep our accounts correctly, measure our progress digitally. So there's just so much that technology is helping us achieve.
That's great. That's great. So just in terms of community outreach, what are some of the volunteering opportunities that you have with your foundation? Can anyone come and volunteer, and what are some of the needs, volunteering needs?
Oh yes, we need hands. There is work to do. We need hands. We need support. Whether medical specialists, whether volunteers that want to help us on the street in sharing, or training, or funding, you know, the cause. We need that support. We need volunteers to join us in those areas to get the work done. Yeah.
And if you can tell our viewers how we can reach you to offer volunteering, services.
Thank you, Pam. So you can reach us on foundationdechristie.org. Once you log onto our website, you start communicating with us. There's a live WhatsApp chat platform. You can also leave us a message, and you see options, whether you want to volunteer on the field, you want to come in to teach, you want to come in to help with health work, really, because there are some women that are struggling with fibroid, and we have doctor partnerships. Yes, for uterine fibroid embolization. In fact, one of our board members is a medical doctor and is ready to help in terms of advice, in terms of referrals, to make sure one gets the best medical help. So we need volunteers in the medical space. We need volunteers in distributing products. We need volunteers in training the girls. We're opening our confidence club at the schools. We want more people to teach the girls how to take care of themselves, because they need this education and awareness.
Fantastic. I'd love to volunteer if you have me.
Please.
Thank you. All right. Finally, last but not the least, I'd like you to just look at the camera and talk to women who would like to start something. You know, a lot of women want to have an impact, but don't know how to go about it, or may not have confidence. What has helped you, and what would you say to a woman out there who's thinking, have an idea, but is not confident enough to start?
I would say start small, but start anyway. It's about purpose, like I'll keep saying. It's about making impact. And what I know is that impact, it comes from a place of sincerity. That's the truth. So if you have a sincere purpose, please start. If you need to start in your living room, start. When Foundation Decristie started in 2020, like I said, it was COVID year. So I started in my sitting room, started with my sisters, started with my neighbors, and I distributed about 50 sanitary pads. And I spoke to them as well, telling them about their menstrual hygiene, telling them about their menstrual health, telling them why they have some mood swings that I see, you know, and they were looking at me like, what exactly? But I gained their attention and I built from that place. So start small, and as you continue on the journey, find people that can support you, with like-minded people. Find them, let them support you. Also, always remember why you're doing it. If you maintain a sense of purpose, as in why you're doing this, then you continue to have the fuel, the drive, the energy to go on. Thank you.
Thank you. That's great. So thank you so much, Christine, for today and for the wonderful work you're doing. I wish your foundation all the best.
Thank you, Pam. Thank you so much for having me.
You're welcome. Dr. Christiana Amida is living proof that you can build industries and still build people. From real estate to grassroots outreach, her passion is a blueprint for anyone who wants to succeed with purpose. Thank you, Dr. Christina. And to you watching at home, remember, you too can be a champion of change. Start small, dream big, and never stop believing in the difference one life can make. Let's continue this important dialogue. Follow us on all our handles at Achievement Channel on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube for more inspiring content and updates. Use the hashtag #WeSeePossibilities and share your thoughts with us. I'm Pamela Egbo. See you next time. Thank you for watching.
Champions of Change, paying it forward. Join us and be part of the movement. Here on the Achievement Channel.
My name is Sarah Undu. I am an educational psychologist for children and adolescents. My expectation, I expect that at the end of this masterclass, I would overcome fear and anxiety during public speaking, master the art of public speaking, and have a good structure and organized speech.
My name is Mrs. Amadiegu Uzoma. I'm into business. My expectations in this masterclass, I really want to overcome stage fright and how to speak in public and also communication skills.
My name is Folake Faturuti. I'm a geoscientist by profession. My expectation in this course is for me to know how to speak better, to be more equipped in the way I speak in public, and to speak eloquently.
Hi, my name is Sarah Undu. I am an educational psychologist. I came to the School of Eloquence because I wanted to improve in my public speaking and have a better way to construct and structure my speaking, because I have a YouTube video where I teach on educational psychology and the mental health of children and adolescents. So I came here for the two-day program, the two-day masterclass on public speaking, the basics of public speaking, and I would say that I have learned quite a lot of things. One of the things that I would do, I would take as a thing that actually spoke properly and spoke well to me, is knowing how to differentiate between the content and putting up your things there. So for instance, now the content, I cannot just put up my content like that. There's a structure that I have to follow in order to present whatever I am putting properly out there. So I would say that as I yesterday into today, there's been a big difference. I now know how to structure my scripts and know how to put it out better. And I would say a big thank you to Mr. Ubong Essien for his ability to teach well, and we were able to understand every single thing that he taught, even with examples. And he's a very good teacher and a good public speaker, a specialist in his field. So thank you so much, School of Eloquence. I'm really grateful, and I would, with every opportunity I can have to come back next time, I would. Thank you so much. Speak with power.
My name is Amadiegu Uzoma Irene. I'm a businesswoman. I'm so happy, I'm so excited that I went through the School of Eloquence. My thanks go to the Dean of the school, Mr. Ubong, for he has imparted so much in me. Before I came here, I used to be nervous while speaking in the public, but Dean has made it known to me that nervousness is natural, is a normal thing which can be dealt with. So now I'm confident in speaking. I'm more confident in speaking. I can speak in the public confidently and eloquently. The first day I came, through the series of teachings that were given to us, I performed, but I didn't perform very well compared to the teachings of the second day, where I performed very, very well. And now I can speak with confidence, without fear. Now, to the people who are afraid of public speaking, School of Eloquence is a place for you, where the dean of the school will teach you how to speak with power and confidence, without nervousness. Speak with power.
My name is Folake Faturuti. I'm a geoscientist by profession. I came here to improve my communication skills, how to speak in public, and how to put my tenses together. When I came here, I didn't really understand the structure of a speech, of how to put a speech together. But with this training, I learned how to structure my content and also how to deliver my speech using my voice, my facial expression, and my body with my hands. What motivated me to come to School of Eloquence was because I knew I couldn't really express myself appropriately, and I knew I needed to know how to be able to talk and put my thoughts together in a way that it can make a meaningful sense to my audience. That's one of the reasons why I came for this program. As a professional, the importance of this skill is that it will make me a better professional. I'll be able to express myself, and I'll be confident to talk in public, to air my voice. Because my profession, you have to talk. If you don't talk, you might not be able to rise to the level that you ought to be. And I want to add that to my profession for me to be able to be promoted, for my voice to be heard. I know the overall experience was wine. It was a good one because when I first came, I couldn't really express myself with my facials and my voice, the pitch of my voice. But now I've learned that, and also I've learned how to put the content of my message together. Public speaking shouldn't be something one should take lightly because it's a lifetime skill. It's a lifetime profession with a good dividend. Leadership roles, personal fulfillment. Those are one of the key things that you take out of this. Speak with power.
Welcome to Achievement on the Achievement Channel, Nigeria's first and only 100% motivational TV station, broadcasting from the School of Eloquence studio right here in Ikoyi, Lagos, Nigeria. I'm your host, Victor Diali. Call me Victorious Victor. And this is a show dedicated to purpose, discipline, and the journey of becoming a better man. In an era of economic volatility, a man's ability to remain strategically grounded in his resources is a true test of leadership. Today, we're discussing financial fortitude in uncertain times, economic resilience. Joining me to share their wealth of experience are two distinguished leaders. Mr. Richard Ayo, an IT and telecommunications expert with 25 years of experience in ICT infrastructure, an alumnus of the Nehemiah Institute of Leadership, and he leads the Richard Group spanning technology and the Richard Collection fashion brand. Joining him is Mr. Wosu Ojo, an executive director at Geomarine Systems with a vast professional background across banking, journalism, and regional sales management. So welcome, gentlemen, to the studio. It's really exciting to have you, Mr. Joe. You're a returning guest.
Yeah.
You know, it's always good to have you. And Mr. Richard, thank you so much for coming.
Thank you, sir.
Today we want to talk about something very important, especially looking at the context of Nigeria today, and in fact Africa. You will agree with me that people are facing a lot of financial challenges.
Yeah.
For many people, it's difficult to put food on the table.
Yes.
And because of our environment, you know, most families rely on the man, the husband, the father, to provide for the entire family. So I'm going to start with you, Mr. Ojo. When the economy is volatile, what should a man do to protect his family finances?
When a man finds himself in that kind of situation, the
Yes.
first thing he should do is reevaluate.
Okay.
What was my income before?
Okay.
What has it dropped to?
Okay.
When he does that, he will now begin to juggle resources.
Yes.
Say, this has to go.
Yes.
This has to go. There has to be a lot of financial discipline in it. You know, if you are used to buying ice cream for children all the time, you cut part of it. If you are used to going on vacation, you cut some vacation.
Yeah.
If you are used to all these kind of frivolities, you cut it. See, that's financial discipline.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, what takes you through that thing is still that discipline. One, assuming you have some savings.
Yeah. That's assuming.
Yes, assuming
Because most people don't have savings.
have. You know, but you must have. You can't eat all you have.
I don't know what the statistics would be, but in Nigeria, you
Yes.
know, what's the percentage of Nigerians who actually save?
Yes. You see, but the dictum is save at least 10% of your income.
Yes.
This will come in for you during this bad weather. You know, that's going through that and this thing.
Excellent. Thank you very much. And for this 10% you mentioned, I've heard it so many times.
Yes.
In fact, I've heard it.
It could be higher.
I've heard it for years when people talk about saving 10% of your income.
Yes, yes.
But I think it came from a book that a lot of us read while we were growing up, titled The Richest Man in Babylon.
Yes.
By George Clason or so, where there's a tale about a man called Akkad or so, who, you know, talked about the whole idea of saving 10%. And in fact, in the book, it says you should pay yourself first, meaning before you even take out anything from your income. You should take out 10% of your income, put it somewhere that is your own payment. At least you are working for the money.
Yes.
So you should pay yourself first. So keep that aside, and then you have 90% to do anything else you need to do, you know. But the challenge is you are assuming that people have income, enough income to put something aside. So I'll come to you, Richard. In the Nigeria that we know, most people work daily to earn their pay and hardly have enough. I mean, if you look at the salaries that civil servants are paid, salaries that policemen are paid, salaries that soldiers are paid, you know, people who even have to put their lives on the line virtually every day, they are not paid enough, right? And we still expect people who can't earn enough. Some people, by the time they take out their transportation costs to go to work, right, they're in deficit already. So sometimes I wonder, how do people survive? Right? So when someone doesn't even have enough for the family, and then there's financial crunch, the economy is volatile, how does the person now apply the kind of discipline that Mr. Joe is talking about?
Okay, thank you very much. I will probably make reference to the COVID time.
COVID times,
yeah,
yes.
The experience I had then.
Yes.
And on my own survey about the Nigerians, as you say, most Nigerians earn on daily basis.
Correct.
And anybody that had that experience in COVID time would have learned a lesson.
Yes.
A lesson, this topic involved planning, developing, budgeting. Now, there's something I always tell anybody I come across in such situations. You create what is called emergency funds.
Emergency funds.
Those emergency funds, you discipline, just as Mr. Charles said.
Yes.
You discipline yourself, you increase your hustling Sorry to use that word.
Yeah.
That is the only means you have to create other channels of any income. You know you are the head of the house.
Yeah.
Everybody look up to you. Everybody will ask things for you. You create an emergency fund. You insure it. People may think insurance is just big. No. Whether you're running your own company, you are working for individual, whatever you earn, after you create that emergency fund, you insure it.
Yeah.
You can insure it up for your children education, for your feedings. There's a way you do it. You do stretch budgeting. You can do, like I learned from one of my boss when I was working for somebody. He was a very rich billionaire. But I always look at what this man does. He budget things for 6 months.
Wow.
And they will stock it in the house. So one day, how I got to know, I have to challenge him. He's always relaxed. No pressure, nothing. So I have to approach him. Sir, let me learn from you. I'm just coming up. That you always relax. I know you are rich, but there is nothing bother you. He said one of the secret he does that during volatile times, he has already budgeted ahead.
Wow.
So when those things comes, it will not cut him unaware.
Yeah.
The family will not just come, food has finished. Yeah. Okay, there are times in business that down times, there are times he make surplus.
Yeah, of course.
So he has to plan towards, so when he's in those down times, he can able to manage it. So as a head of the family, emergency fund is very important.
Okay.
Insurance is very important.
Yeah.
Those are the key things that will make you to, you may look at, no matter how small the fund is,
yes,
if you decide to save 1,000 every day,
yes,
and we're going to experience this volatile thing in December, you'll be
that
shocked.
can put some food on the table.
Yes.
Exactly, yes.
Yes.
You can even take that will be 360K.
Yeah.
You can take that to go and buy something for the family for even in the next 6 months.
In fact, that's a very good idea that I hope that someone who is watching us today will learn from.
Yeah.
Save 1,000 naira every day,
Yes.
right? By the end of the year, you have 360,000 naira. Which brings me to my next question.
Okay.
Should people focus on just panic saving, what I call panic saving just because something happened, then I quickly start looking for money to put aside? Or should we follow this strategic approach to not just savings, but to investments? Because we have to also look at what is the difference between savings and investment.
Yeah.
Is savings enough? So after I've saved 360,000 naira or 120,000 naira by the middle of the year, should I just keep that in a savings account, or should I do something else that will help multiply the money? Because, I mean, there are money multipliers. And I'm not talking of MMM or any of all these other all these other phony strategies.
Those are part of panic.
That's part of panic saving. But people are so gullible that in spite of all the crash and everything, people are still investing in those kind of short-term panic instruments where you don't even know who is behind it, and suddenly the money just develops wings and flies away, and then somebody commits suicide, or So how do you navigate between panic savings and strategic investment decision making?
For just like we just mentioned now, panic savings, like all these Ponzi schemes.
Yes.
All this emergency. If you put in 10 naira, you make 1 million naira.
Yes. Yeah.
And those are panic investments to savings.
Yeah.
But if you are long-term strategic,
yes,
there are a lot of things that you can invest in. There are treasury bills.
Treasury bills, yes.
Yes. There are, there are some farming schemes now that are outside there. Plant a tree. The yield does not come immediately.
You have to wait,
but you own it for
forever.
Yeah. So those are things people can do to wage this kind of turbulence.
But you see, the challenge, I think, is with us. Maybe it's cultural. I don't know if you will agree with me.
Yeah.
That we tend to be a people who think very much short term.
Yes.
Right? We don't think long term. People are usually concerned about what am I going to get today?
Today, yes.
Right? Let's take care of today, and tomorrow will take care of itself. Right? And that's how most people think. So even when you're telling them about, saving, and then they're going to ask you, look, that 10 years you're talking about, 20 years you're talking about, will I even survive to then? So let me grab what I can grab now, eat what I can eat now, and then we can trust God. And that brings the religious out.
Or look at the local trader.
Yes.
Just like he said, they are job people. You understand? They assuming every day, just like he said, 1,000 every day.
Yes.
You drop 1,000 with somebody every day.
Yes.
At the end of the day, the only thing that person takes away is just one day.
Okay, but I can tell you.
No, wait. It takes away one day.
Okay.
That's discipline.
It's discipline.
That's the discipline I'm talking about. And that is a saving.
Yes.
In case of this kind of turbulence, when it happens,
you can draw.
You can always draw from that place. It doesn't shake you too much. It's not as if it don't shake you, but it doesn't shake you too much.
But have you heard of that person who is to take one day out of the 30 days? Have you heard of them?
Eloping with
one day. They are at the meeting waiting for that person to bring their money so that they can share. And then the person's phone is unreachable, and the person elopes with the money.
Yes,
it happens a lot.
Yes.
So I think what is important is that as people are putting that money aside, they should deal with reputable organizations.
Yes.
Deal with the bank, deal with the microfinance bank, and there are all, a lot of reputable organizations that provide savings, programs like that. In fact, it's their jaw system in our culture.
Yes, even the conventional banks now do this.
They now do, yes. The conventional banks have now.
Most of them are
started
build an app
they have apps that you can use. I mean, some apps are managing trillions of naira of people's savings just from their phone, and it can be deducted automatically. Because one of the challenges is once you see the money, you spend it. So the trick is take the money out before I see it, and that way people can save a lot better. So that's an idea for you, viewers. Let them take the money, take the savings out before you begin to spend that money, because once you touch it, it's gone. It's gone, right? So Richard, I want us to talk a little bit about, because our people are quite religious. Right?
Yes, it is exactly
quite religious, and many of us go to church or we go to the mosque, and we hear our religious leaders say to us, that if we bring this certain amount of money, tomorrow we're going to get this. If you want your finances to improve, you have to sow this. So there's seed sowing, there's seed faith, there's So many of us have believed these things. So, and there's nothing wrong with religious beliefs, right? But the interesting thing is that a lot of people have been doing these things for many years without doing the physical ones. So I call these religious activities, but without doing the physical activity of putting some money aside. So if you are giving money in church, what's wrong with putting some money aside with an investment bank or something like that? And even if you have to do the two on side by side, that may be able to help, because some people have sold so much money, and when they have needs, they go back to the church for help,
and the church is not there.
The church, of course,
it's not there.
Do you understand? So maybe church is so big, there's so many other needs, they're not able to help.
Yes, it's true.
Not that they don't want to help, but maybe they just are not able to help
at that time. Yes.
And then the person doesn't have anywhere to fall to, and begins to feel bad. What would you say about that? How should we manage this, our religiosity, with our savings culture?
You see, in anything you hear as a believer, whether you're a Muslim or a Christian, whatever anybody preach to you, you have to also confirm. You must confirm to understand. I'm not saying sowing to the church is very good. Sowing in the mosque is good to give money and all those stuff. But you do it with your sense of humanity. Think about your family. God gave you that family to take care on his behalf, to take care of them. So you wouldn't do it. It wouldn't sound nice. You have 500,000 and somebody tells you in the church, your family is there, they have not taken anything, and you went to sow.
You haven't even paid school fees.
Yeah, you have not paid school fees. There is a lot of pressure, and you went to go and sow everything to the church. No. It's not.
Yeah,
I don't think it's right.
But you saw everything believing that
No.
there would be miracle money.
No,
right?
no, you don't.
That somehow money will enter into your.
No, miracle money is what you have worked for.
Oh, how is what
What you are work for, you are kind of expecting, but it has not dropped.
Okay,
You can now,
so there's an
your expectation. You can, I'm sowing this seed for God to touch you. I've done a job for you, for God to touch your heart, to pay me. I can do that. Okay, maybe let me sow 1,000 so that God can speak to your heart. You are owing me 500,000 so that you can pay me.
Okay.
That is sensible
and
enough.
Pay on time.
Pay on time.
Does God really need your money?
No, God,
that's a different.
discussion.
That's a different discussion.
So in other thing as well is you also invest into bonds.
Bonds.
Yes.
So I think one of the most important things that I think we need to do is to advise our people, and we are not financial advisors by any stretch of imagination.
Yeah.
This is just a conversation amongst men. They are the things that touch us amongst men.
Yes.
I think it's important for people to understand the different ways to invest their money.
Money, yes.
Most people don't have financial literacy. I have a friend who does programs on financial literacy. In fact, written a book, that he gives to children, in fact, because he has to start from childhood. And once we have that as a habit, once you build it as a habit, then it becomes part of you. Gentlemen, thank you very much. Viewers, we're going to go on a short break right now. I believe you found the conversation interesting, and we'll go on this short break. And when we come back, we will continue our conversation on financial fortitude for men. Please join us again. Welcome and thank you for joining us again, and we're going to be having a continuation of our conversation on financial fortunes in uncertain times. I still have my guests here, Mr. Ojo and Mr. Richards. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.
And let's continue our conversation. Now that at least you've taken some water and you've relaxed a little bit, we're going to take the conversation further.
Okay.
And what I want to talk about now is financial mistakes. Do you believe, first of all, I'll start with you, Mr. Ojo. Do you believe that some men make financial mistakes? Maybe stupid mistakes, because I think we can separate stupid mistakes from genuine mistakes.
Yeah.
Because so maybe we can look at that. And this usually happens when men feel pressured for money problems, by money problems. I still remember the song by Raskimono. I don't know if you remember that song. Raskimono, I think, was ahead of his time in Nigeria when he started to sing that song, Under Pressure, Under Pressure.
Yes.
Yeah, you remember that song?
Yes.
So, and as he was singing the song, I think a lot of Nigerians really resonated with the song. It resonated very well with most Nigerians because we feel pressured. I don't know if any of us here has not felt the pressure of money problems in our country, Nigeria. So tell us, why do men feel pressured by money problems? And what are the most common financial mistakes that men make when they feel pressured?
Number one, financial mistakes men make when they feel pressured.
Yes.
You see, they get easily lured into all these schemes.
Like the schemes we talked about earlier, the Ponzi schemes and all
they
of
get
that.
easily lured into it. Somebody comes to you and tells you, just drop 5 naira. In 24 hours, you'll get 10 naira.
But he's showing you the proof,
He's showing
right?
you the proof.
Yeah, a lot of times they show you the proof on their phone.
He even lures you into it.
Yes.
You throw in the first amount of money.
Yes.
You get the result. It comes out at 10 naira.
Then
You do the second one
more.
and he tells you, just increase what you are putting there.
Yes.
At the end of the day, before you know it, he doesn't even need to push you further again.
Yeah.
You are putting in
train is moving.
Yeah, you are putting in 1 million.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day,
And you are putting in your children's school fees
and everything. Your money is gone.
Yeah.
Your money is gone. So those are some of those things that we push ourselves into.
Yes. And you know, a lot of people have experienced it because you've either done MMM or you've done even some of these network marketing schemes, right? A lot of you don't hear so much about them anymore.
Yes.
Because I think most people got their fingers burnt, right? They thought they were dealing with, you know, reputable companies and they have products. So, you know, so you find overpriced products and then you're pushing, they have to push you because you have to have your downlines, you understand? So as you, to get those downlines, you convince your family members and then they lose their monies and there's bad blood. So sometimes poor financial decisions can destroy families.
Yes, mostly.
Can even destroy marriages.
Yes.
Some people die and then just because they were rich, they had a lot of wealth, properties and things like that, their children begin to fight, and siblings who had a good relationship amongst them before begin to fight over properties that their fathers have. So it probably would have been better if the parent didn't have so much money to fight on. So there's a lot of those financial mistakes. Can you think of any? Rich?
No budget, no planning.
No budget,
no planning.
Oh, okay. I think we can say that. Put that in. Okay, budget is planning.
Yes, we can probably integrate it into one. So when a man doesn't plan, everybody is, especially in our system that is a very volatile system. So we go through a lot of,
doesn't even allow you to plan.
Yes, it doesn't come. So okay, just for example, we are already experiencing high in fuel. You already
who budgeted 1,000 for
you get so, but you have to boil down to what Mr. Chai said at the opening. Discipline as a man, even if you have 100 naira or 1,000 naira, you must be able to be disciplined to plan. You know, you have a family that will, someday you need to take care of them, whether feeding, schooling, whatever thing. You list all these things down, then you plan any money that comes to you. The moment that money comes, you
know what it's for.
Yes, you've budgeted for it. You've planned. Nobody can now bring scheme to come and say, anybody that comes, I know I'm expecting 100,000. I've already budgeted for it. This is going to my school fees for feeding for this month, for the next 2 months. And you are coming to tell me, if I put 10,000 here, it will give me 20,000. I will not listen to you if I'm a disciplined man.
Thank you for putting that. Because if you are
a disciplined man,
so you are not disciplined.
No, you have to.
They are more excitable.
Sir, you are the head of the house. Everything boils down to you. Your wife is just there. If you marry a good wife, she's just there to support you. But the whole arrowhead is on you. So you must be able to be disciplined to plan whatever comes across to you. With the little income, you can discipline yourself to do that.
So talking about spouses, right, and the cultural context.
Yes.
You know, in Nigeria, or maybe most parts of Africa, you realize that there's so much pressure on the man. The man is paying rent, is paying the school fees of 4 or 5 children, right? He has to put food on the table. He pays for everything, up to even detergents to wash clothes in the house. The man has to pay. If they need to buy milk in the morning, the milk I think costs about 800 naira now. They need to buy milk of 800 naira. They will say, go and ask daddy.
Yes.
How does that put pressure on Nigerian men? Is it possible that that is what leads to, you know, early exit of most men? Because men died before women in Nigeria, right?
Let me even talk on that, because everything must start from planning.
Yes.
If you don't want to go into that kind of situation, you plan the number of children you want to have.
That to start with, right?
Yes, to start with. You plan the number of children you want to have.
But some people believe that it's God that gives children now.
That is the discipline we're talking
about. It's God that gives children. How can you control that?
You see, and the problem is, this thing is God that gives children always holds with the poor people. The rich man does not take,
does
not have more than just maybe 2 children.
Most wealthy people have one or two. Yes.
You see, the man
even the richest man in the world.
Yes. the man who earns as little as it's a token.
Yeah.
Goes about, flying that kite of say children are God's heritage.
But that's his investment now. That's the investment for the future.
Okay.
But a lot of people, they look at children as investment.
It's okay. Yeah, but a lot of us too pray that we don't get into a situation where if my child does not bring money, I won't eat.
Yes.
See, my obligation,
that's another thing.
The obligation of the children is train them.
Yeah.
And leave them alone
to live their life.
Yeah.
Don't depend on them.
Yes.
If they bring,
don't mind.
If they don't bring, don't hold it against them.
Yeah.
Because they're also going through their own hustle.
Yeah. So, Mr. Richard,
so
how do men stay calm under pressure? How do we stay calm? So the investment is not there.
Okay.
The savings is not there. But there is need. There's a pressure. You have to bring a certain amount of money.
Okay.
Will it not make a man go crazy?
No, if you decide to do that, you have to, as a man, at all time, you must remain calm. It is in your calmness you can think well.
So, okay. So,
when you think well, creativities can come.
Yeah.
And as a man, any opportunity you have, invest in yourself.
Okay.
So when you invest in yourself, you can be a bit creative to do things that can bring money. Yes. And how do you do things that will bring money? You do that when you are calm.
Yeah.
Ideas will come. If I have an idea, I come to you, I speak about it. Oh, and it's something you've been looking for.
Yes.
That is a value.
Yes.
If I render that services to you, you can pay me for my services. Okay. So at any time when you are under pressure and you allow the pressure to hook up with you as a man, one, your health will be challenging.
Correct.
Your physical being will be challenging. 3, you will not think well. And a man that cannot think well, creativities, ideas cannot come on how to solve it. Because first of all, you are the leader of the house.
Correct.
So you mustn't stay as a panic person.
Yeah.
Because your children are looking up to you,
Yes.
your wife are looking up to you,
Yes.
even the community is looking up to you.
Yes.
So if you're under duress and you are getting panic,
Yes.
everybody will now say, what is happening? Before you know, your BP will shoot up. So whatever pressure may come to you, the best thing is for you to remain calm and think out of the box.
Yeah.
That is why I see, I learn certain things from billionaires. You see them, sometimes they go somewhere, maybe hotels, retreat, and they will purposely rent an apartment that has a sea view. So
look at the calm of the
you
water.
are giving me some good ideas.
Yes, they look at the calm of, it's the nature.
Yes.
So from there, ideas can come up. So if you probably have disciplined yourself and make some saving, during those pressure time that your family is giving to you, you can maybe walk out to some places and relax. It could be a park. It's not, it's not necessary you have to go and get an hotel.
It doesn't have to be.
So you can see the environment, you think about it, and it calms you, and you can able to have solution to it.
Wow. Excellent. Thank you so much. In fact, from all the things you have discussed, I believe that our viewers would have been able to pick a lot of solutions to financial challenges in their lives. So I really hope that you got some things from this. It's very important for us to save. Like we have said here today, learn to save at least 10% of your income. As it's coming, it's going out. It's the first thing you do by that law of pay yourself first. If everybody in your life is getting paid, why don't you pay yourself first? You are the most important person in the equation, right? Pay yourself first. Because if you are not there, how will others survive? So you need to pay yourself first. That 10%, put it aside and look for a viable, reputable investment instrument to put it in. So what I advise is that you talk with your financial advisor, walk into your bank, tell them you want to discuss about investments. The banks would, I could have given you my bank, but sorry, we're not doing adverts here. But go to your local bank and they will be able to advise you on how to invest your money. Really, really important that you are able to invest for the future. It's important that we put aside some emergency funds because someone could fall sick, there could be something really urgent that you need to take care of. And sometimes, of course, business, if you're in business, business could be slow, right? Business could be slow. There are times maybe for the first 3 months of the year, there's no business. So how are you going to sustain yourself? And like we have also said, it's very important that you maintain a budget. You have to plan. And don't go into all these crazy Ponzi schemes and, money doublers, bring in 10 naira today, get 20 naira tomorrow. A lot of those things, if not all, are deadly schemes. They have led a lot of people to their early graves. Yeah. All right. So with that, I'm going to leave you to go and, think back on all the things that we have said. And at this point, would like to sign out. I want to say a very big thank you to you for joining us. So thank you, gentlemen, for bringing your words of wisdom into this matter. My name is Victorious Victor again, and thank you very much.
And this is a shout out to Achievement Channel. Keep doing what you are doing. We love you. You are doing fantastically well. We are proud of you. Keep watching Achievement Channel.
Again, my name is Dr. Edward Bush, one of the co-founders and president-elect of AMEN. That stands for the African American Male Education Network and Development. I want to give a big up and a big shout out to the Achievement Channel for all the great work that you're doing, motivating and inspiring the young people of Nigeria. Keep up the outstanding work, Achievement Channel.
It has been an incredibly insightful session. We've learned that financial fortitude isn't just about having money, but about the discipline to manage it and the resilience to stay calm when the economy shifts. A big thank you to my guests, Richard Ayo and Wosu Chari Ojo, for sharing their practical strategies on building economic strength and leading with clarity through uncertainty. To our viewers, discipline is the foundation of every great decision. So stay focused, stay grounded, and keep striving to be the very best version of yourself. And don't forget to follow us at Achievement Channel across Instagram, Facebook, X, and YouTube, all the social media channels for more inspiring conversations and transformational stories. Remember, keep seeing possibilities in everything you do. Thank you for joining us.
I'm Dr. Fumi Akinyele. I am the Chief Executive Officer of Food Basket Foundation International. Shout out to Achievement Channel. You guys have been fantastic. You've been here. You've been engaged. You guys are amazing. Thank you.
My name is Henry Onokoba. I'm a senior fellow and full-time faculty at Lagos Business School. Hello, everybody. This is Achievement Channel, your best channel in Lagos. Make sure you tune in. Thank you.
My name is Mariam Aliko Mohammed, and I'm a professional and personal development professional. Okay, hi, Achievement Channel. Thank you very much for having me. Well done.
Success is not just about what you do, but how you show up. Your style speaks before you do. Style is confidence, and confidence drives success. From the boardroom to the runway, your presence matters. Welcome to Style to Success, where fashion meets ambition. Your journey to success starts with confidence. This is Style to Success, only on the Achievement Channel. Follow us at Achievement Channel for more style and success insights.
Hello, and welcome to Style to Success, the show where style meets strategy on the journey to professional excellence. I am your host, Ayodele Oluwole, and you are watching Style to Success on the Achievement Channel, Nigeria's 100% motivational TV station, broadcasting from the iconic School of Eloquence studio right here in Ikoyi, Lagos, Nigeria. On this program, we spotlight bold, stylish, and visionary individuals who have turned personal flair for appearance, creativity, and communication into remarkable success stories. Today's guest is someone whose journey perfectly embodies the spirit of the show, Akinpelumi Akinboye, a seasoned communication expert, prolific content creator, and founder of one of Nigeria's most visited gospel music platforms, believerscompanion.com. With over 48 million monthly visitors and 600,000 plus loyal podcast listeners, he is not only a digital media powerhouse, but also a testament to how strategy, creativity, and style can drive outstanding achievements. Akinpelumi Akinboye, you're welcome to Start to Success.
Thank you so much, Ayodele. It's a pleasure to be here.
And I like to say that you look dapper as usual.
Oh, thank you. I can say the same thing about you.
So let's take it back. Let's take it back to the beginning of how you started, your content channel and all. So I like to say that you built a personal, and professional brand. So please take us back. What are those things that sparked your interest, in this communication and media, sector that you have ventured into?
Yeah, thank you very much. I think that's a brilliant question. You see, my journey into this started from a point of pain. What do I mean? Back in secondary school, I gained admission into a particular institution. Back in our days, these days, when you write JAMB and the rest of it, you get an SMS, you are notified about your admission. But ours, during our time, was not like that. You had to go to the school to go and check your name if you've been admitted. So I lost an admission due to lack of communication. And I vowed that I would never be in that position again. And of course, I was passionate that nobody should be in that position again. And that led to the creation of my first blog called School News Nigeria. I think I was 16 at the time. So that was the beginning for me.
Wow, that's a good one.
Yeah.
So that's really incredible, I must say. Many people consume content, but not many build empires out of it. So what was your vision when you created believerscompanion.com?
You see, my passion for gospel music led to the creation of Believer's Companion. However, I was not as passionate as I am now when I started. What really happened was back in the days, people buy CDs to listen to music. So back then I was in the Polytechnic, Osun State Polytechnic, and the choir at the time wanted a song that they've of course purchased the CD, but the CD was giving them problem. And someone said, oh, why not put this song on your blog so we could download it and listen and then rehearse it. So it occurred to me that, okay, I could do that. I know a couple of other blogs who promote secular music. Why can't I just put this song for them to download? So that led to the creation of the first one. So my passion for solving problem, everywhere I find myself, had always led me to channel my ability to do things, and that exactly led to the creation of Believer's Companion. First of all, of course, I love listening to gospel music, but at that time there was a problem. This choir needed to rehearse the song. Everybody needs to listen to this song at the same time. The CD was not working. I have a blog already, like I mentioned. I started School News Nigeria when I was quite young, and the opportunity came for me to put up a song for them to download and listen to and rehearse. So I went ahead and do that. And in less than a week or two, I saw that over 40,000 people had downloaded that song on my blog. And I said, wow, so people are actually looking for gospel music. So that led to the creation of Believer's Companion from scratch.
Wow, good one. Impressive. Well done, my brother.
Yeah.
Well done. So let's talk about style. We're not just talking about fashion.
Yes.
Now we're talking about, your charisma, your confidence, how you carry yourself. How do you think that has helped, your success and credibility?
You see, there's a popular phrase that says, you are dressed the way you're dressed, right? I strongly believe that your appearance is your first handshake. I mean, especially when you're walking into a meeting, the first thing people observe about you is your style, is what you're wearing. Before you even speak a particular word, they've assessed you based on how you present yourself, and your style goes beyond what you're wearing. Also, how you carry yourself, how you coordinate yourself, how you interact with people. All these define your style and directly define who you are. So I think style is very important in everything you do, especially if you are in an industry where you interact with people a lot. You have to look at your style and pay more attention to your style.
Good one.
Yeah.
Interesting, and I think that's quite insightful. So I think it's now safe to say that, you know, the way you appear can have a lot of influence on, you know, the places you find yourself, on the doors that will be open to you, on the opportunities that, you know, that will be around you in whatever you do. So it's a good one. Well done.
Thank you.
So we'll move on to the next question. Okay. And the next question will be, you know, now behind the scenes. Let's talk about behind the scenes. Let's get real. So what are those daily routines, some discipline that you've imbibed into yourself, you know, that you think has really helped the growth of your brand?
That's a very brilliant question. You see, we celebrate success without discussing the discipline that brought this person to this level. You see, growing up, I want to say a special thank you to my mother for ensuring that some principles, some discipline were introduced to us at a very young age. You know, like for example, up to today, I still wake up every day by 4:30 a.m. It's by default because I'm used to it, because my mom ensure that we wake up early to do our responsibility, to carry out our responsibility before we step out every day. So because I wake up that early, I have enough time to prepare for my day, to make sure that I do. For example, up to today, I still look for stories of gospel musicians to tell through my blog. I have a 9 to 5. So when I wake up in the morning, the first thing I want to do, of course, after praying, is to write about the gospel musician I want to promote at that particular, maybe throughout the day or until so time. You know, people pay and say, oh, please talk about my song for so number of time or for today or whatsoever. So I have enough time to plan that, to strategize, to come up with content that I can share with my team to say, today, this is what we are doing. So I have time, enough time in my hand to plan and to get my day ready. And of course, when you're at work, you know, you're at work, you face your work squarely. But after work, because I am used to it, it's easier for me to blend into it, do more work before I sleep. I watch TV, of course. I watch a lot of movies. You know, I watch movies. I have time for all these things because I have planned it, because I have done it over and over and over. Okay, this time I am updating my blog. This time I am looking for stories to tell. This time I am engaging with people. This time I am interviewing people. This time I am training my staff. This time is my leisure time. I have a family, I have a wife, I have a beautiful daughter, which I spend quality time with. So because I have been able to plan these things, it was easy for me to play all these roles without conflicting one another. So that discipline, that ability to plan, to wake up early, to do the things I need to do without thinking about, of course, it's difficult sometimes, but you just know where you're going to, you know where you're going to, and you know what you want to achieve. And because of that, you have enough time to do all these things, to function in all these roles effortlessly.
A good one. So it's safe to say that this discipline that you have imbibed in yourself has really helped you to be consistent for over 13 years in the communication and media space.
Yes.
So that's really impressive.
Thank you very much.
Viewers, we'll be right back after this short break to hear more insightful stories from Akinpelumi Akinboye. Stay tuned.
Again, my name is Dr. Edward Bush, one of the co-founders and president-elect of AMEN. That stands for the African American Male Education Network and Development. I want to give a big up and a big shout out to the Achievement Channel for all the great work that you're doing, motivating and inspiring the young people of Nigeria. Keep up the outstanding work, Achievement Channel.
I'm Herb English. I am the president of the African American Male Education Network. Big shout out to the Achievement Channel. Really appreciate all the work that you're doing here and abroad. Thank you so much.
Eloquence focuses attention on the message and the audience.
I find it very interesting, exciting, educative.
It was very beneficial.
Definitely would learn a lot, a whole lot.
Thank you. The delivery was second to none.
Speak with power.
Speak with power.
Speak with power.
Starts with confidence. This is Style to Success, only on the Achievement Channel.
So, Akinpelumi Akinboye, you've studied at Osun State Polytechnic, Bowen University, Michigan State University, and you are currently pursuing an executive MBA at the prestigious University of Lagos Business School. So, how has formal education shaped your, success?
That's a very brilliant question, and I think I'll dwell on it a bit because, a lot of our people say school na scam. My brother, school no be scam, and I will explain. You see, as an individual, anytime you have the opportunity to get knowledge, please get it, whether formal or informal, because knowledge goes beyond the four corners of a school. Now, while I was at the Polytechnic, I mentioned earlier that I lost an admission due to lack of information. Now, I've always have passion for media and for communication. But for whatsoever reason, God knows how He does these things, I found myself in science class, which of course automatically led me to study computer science at Osun State Polytechnic, Ire. And after that, I continued to improve on myself by pursuing a BSc degree at Bowen University, just because, you see, I'm someone that I'm relentless when it comes to seeking knowledge, and I always ask questions. Now, why did I say that? I mentioned that I have a 9 to 5. As a Polytechnic student where I was working, the difference was very clear between HND holders and BSc holders, and I am someone that I'm very passionate about myself, about my growth, and I always want to grow. So because of that, I said, okay, I'm going to get a BSc degree so that I could be in a better position to earn more, right? That was the drive. So I got a BSc degree, and I look at myself, I said, you know what, I need a master's degree. And after a master's degree, I said, oh, you know what, I need to learn business, because now Believers Companion started out of just hobby. It was just a hobby. Do you understand what I mean? It was just a passion. But as the platform continues to grow, I see the reason to learn the business part of doing things, and that led to pursuing a degree at the University of Lagos Business School, which of course had opened my eyes and my mind to see things from a different perspective. So to answer your question, I think education plays a very important role in whatever you're doing. Even if you're a tailor, even if you're a mechanic, you need education. It gives you a different perspective. It opens your mind and your eyes to so many opportunities that might be passing you just because you don't know. Not because you don't know how to do it, but because you don't know that you can do it this way to even achieve more. So education has played a key role in what I'm doing, and I'm grateful to God for the opportunity to have been able to pursue all these degrees, and I've been able to learn and apply.
So now let's move to the next one. 48 million monthly website, visits, and about 600,000 plus podcast listeners. That's really huge. So I just like to know, how have you been able to achieve engagement, at that huge scale?
Thank you very much. You see, sometimes even when I check the statistics, I'm quite surprised, but I think success have footprints. There are ways to explain how this had come to be. You say, back in secondary school, there are some things I didn't mention. There are some things I have done. For example, in secondary school, I used to write notes for my mates. So I used to get their phone number so I could call them to come and get their notes. So I was gathering database from secondary school, and I never knew I was gathering database, right? So back in the Polytechnic, I happened to be someone that a lot of people are friendly with. I'm friendly with a lot of people, especially in my church. Like I mentioned, my choir needed a song, so I gave them a song. So a lot of people, when they need help, come to me, and I help them probably to solve a problem, do their assignments, or get them whatsoever help. I just happen to be someone that I'm passionate about helping people, right? So because of that, a lot of people became my friend. So in becoming my friend, of course, we exchange numbers. So I have your phone number. So after secondary school, NYSC, I was fortunate to be the president of the sanitation unit of NYSC in Ikoyi here. And of course, everybody wants the phone number of the president, so I have access to the database. Now, On my website, or even up to today, any song I'm writing about, I always end it with, if you want me to share gospel music with you every day, kindly send me a message on WhatsApp. So I put my phone number there for people to reach out to me. So all this that I have mentioned are giving me an access to a large pool of database. So I thought to myself, how can I utilize this to my advantage? So I sent a message out that if you want me to send you gospel music every day, kindly respond to this message. A lot of people responded, and for the past 6 years I have been sharing gospel music to all my content on WhatsApp every day, one every day. And because I am doing that, a lot of people who love gospel music continue to tell their friends about me, who continue to send me message, and my database continue to grow. And in doing that, I have been able to keep them together, feed them something that they love, gospel music, every day. And anytime I post something on my blog or record a podcast, I share the link to them to say, kindly listen to my interview or kindly listen to the podcast that I have made. And they listen, they love it, they share with their friends, and their friends share with their friends. And most of them follow me. On Instagram, for example, I have over 100,000 followers. On Twitter, I had over 40,000 followers. So all these people got to know me from the little things that I do every day that contributed to the growth of the platform. So when I put out a tweet, or I put out a blog, or I put out a podcast, and I send out the link, and 20,000 people are listening in less than 30 minutes or an hour, it's not because of a special thing that I have done. It's because of the work that I have put in, the database that I have gathered over the years, the people that knows me, that know that, okay, if you follow this person talk about gospel music, this person review songs, this person bring gospel musicians to interview, this person do podcasts that can improve my life, they listen and they share with their friends. So these are my strategies. These are the ways that I've been able to gather an audience for my platform.
Good one, Akinpelu.
Thank you.
I must confess, this has been an insightful time with you. So for aspiring YouTubers, media practitioners, content creators, what would you say are those non-negotiable factors for success in this field?
Put in the work. You have to put in the work. There's no shortcut to success. You see, discipline and determination, they work very well. Success have footprints. If you follow people who are successful, and don't mistake success for fame. Fame is not success. Now, if you're somebody that you are passionate about impacting lives, changing lives, whether you are famous or not does not matter. The most important thing is, last week you were able to impact 10 lives. This week you are doing 20 lives. That's success already. So fame is not success. You see, I always say this everywhere I find myself, that you see, the house of fame and the house of shame, they are neighbors. They live very close to each other. The only thing that separates it is just grace. So if you chase fame, as humans, Yoruba people have a proverb. They say, "Kò sí bí o ṣe fẹ́ rìn, kò sí bí o ṣe fẹ́ mọ̀ rìn, kó rí má mì." That is, there's no way you will live your life without making mistakes. If you pursue fame and you make life mistake, that is normal, even the little ones that are normal. Because of the fame, it will become a big deal that can affect your journey, that can affect your brand. So why not focus on impacting life instead of chasing fame? So I will advise young people who want to create content, who want to become a YouTuber or a podcaster, please focus on the goal. And your goal is to educate people. Your goal is to help people become better. Your goal is to become better at your own craft. So those should be your focus, not numbers. Fine, it has been mentioned that, I have over 40 million people that come to my website and listen to me on my podcast every month. Those things are good, but those things are not my focus. My focus every day is to give you a better experience. When you come to Believers Company, I want you to live with a positive impression. I want you to be able to tell your friends about it. So when you do that, the numbers grow. But growing the number is never my focus. Of course, it's good. I want you to also check me out on all my platforms, but that shouldn't be the focus.
This is such an inspiring story.
Thank you.
So let's talk confidence.
Yeah.
You've worked, you operated across Spotify, Boomplay, YouTube, and several other media. So how were you able to develop confidence?
Very easy for me now. It's not really easy, but it's an inbuilt thing that's become part of me to come on stage and just face the audience and deliver my speech or whatever thing I'm talking about. And once I am done, once I step out, the shy man is available for you to pick on again. I'll just look for a corner and just